All right, joining us now, Peter Schweizer, president of the Government Accountability Institute. Peter, many welcomes. So you've got this Mr. Tan. Let's see, Hip-Bu Tan, the head of Intel, which once upon a time was a great old company. It's no longer is. Let me read you Senator Cotton, Tom Cotton. Mr. Tan reportedly controls dozens of Chinese companies and has a stake in hundreds of Chinese advanced manufacturing and chip firms. At least 8 of these companies reportedly have ties to the Chinese People's Liberation Army. Peter, that sounds ominous. I'm going to ask you to verify that. President Trump got wind of it and has called for his resignation. Actually, people on the Intel board are not happy with him for other reasons. But do you think he is part of the Chinese communist military complex?
Yeah, I think he is. Look, and even if he isn't, the point is they have leverage over him. China has this strategy of civilian military fusion, Larry. So even if you have a private company in China and you're minding your own business and the government says, hey, by the way, you need to do this in the interest of national security, they can compel you to do it. And if you don't, all kinds of pressure will be brought to bear. Let's keep in mind also that Mr. Tan, before he took the Intel job, was the CEO of Cadence. And as the CEO of Cadence, his company later admitted that they actually transferred chips illegally to Chinese-linked entities, and they paid a fine for that. That activity happened under Mr. Tan's tenure. So there are reasons to be concerned, and I think it's good for the president to step in and voice these concerns.
Yeah, I mean, look, Intel it's still got contracts with the United States government. I assume the military, but I know the government. And the other point, I think you're making this, and of course, we've talked about this before. If you do business with these Chinese companies, particularly the military companies, then the CCP really believes they have a call on you, that they can step in at any time and force you to do this, force you to do that, force you to show stuff. I mean, isn't that really the issue? Even if I give him, Mr. Tan, the benefit of the doubt, if he's in bed with the Chinese military, that's part of the Communist Party, isn't it?
Yeah. No, you're exactly right, Larry. Look, we don't know what his intentions are. Even if his intentions were perfectly fine, you nailed it. There's so many ways in which the CCP can pressure you. They can go after your businesses and holdings. Clearly, he has a lot of those on mainland China. They can go after your family members. I don't know the status of his family, but they can go after your family members, even family members in the United States. We've seen threats and pressures being brought to bear. And so we have to keep in mind also that I think the president can speak with some importance as it relates to Intel, because, of course, Intel is the recipient of taxpayer support under the Biden administration. In effect, taxpayers have invested money into Intel. So we are stakeholders and we deserve a say. So, look, I'm not saying you blackball any CEO that has China ties, but if you are a company and you are hiring an individual, you have got to be prepared and recognize that this vulnerability is real. And if you ignore it, you are asking for a heap of trouble, because this is how Beijing operates. It's not a surprise. They've done it for decades. You
know, by the by, it's about $20 billion, loans and grants from Biden's legislation. That's what Intel got for what? I don't know. Anyway, as always, Peter Schweizer, thank you for your insights. You're terrific. Thanks for joining us.